Crossovers rock. That's it. End of story. I don't want to hear anything else. Crossovers being so amazing is why we get so hyped when we hear that Banjo-Kazooie is going to be in Smash, or why Avengers Endgame just made $1 bajillion. But today, I want to talk about cartoon crossovers. Cartoon crossovers are so dope, man, and I just don't understand why they aren't happening all of the gosh darn time. Back in the day, I could turn on the TV and see that the Codename Kids Next Door is hanging out with Billy and Mandy. Then I could go up to my local movie theater and see that Tommy Pickles is taking notes from Nigel Thornberry. And after that, I might go up to my local Kmart and peruse the cereal section until I find some Rice Krispies. And I'll open the box and see what's inside, and oh my god, it is a crossover episode between Scooby-Doo and Johnny Bravo on a DVD. Fun fact, this episode is the first time that explicit romantic innuendos were made about Fred and Daphne in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Point is, cartoon crossovers were everywhere. Even when you were watching cartoons in your little PJs right before the commercial break, you'd see these little clips where characters with different shows were just hanging out in the city. It was crazy. Blossom, why did you ruin Samurai Jack's clothes? He needs those. And it wasn't just Cartoon Network bringing its A game. No, Nickelodeon was bringing it too. They had these amazing Christmas special crossover shorts. They were stop motion in a parody of the Rankin Bass Christmas movies, but with SpongeBob and Jorgen von Strangle and Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, whatever, Nickelodeon. I don't judge the way you spend your money. Do whatever you want. Plus, they had the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, two of Nickelodeon's biggest shows traveling into each other's universes. This was an extra special treat because they switched art styles. You got to see Timmy Turner in 3D CG animation and Jimmy Neutron in 2 dimensions. If you were 8 in 2004, it blew your frickin' child mind. Then they did it again. And again. It was amazing. Meanwhile, Disney Channel had That So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. But for real, the only example I could really find from my childhood was The House of Mouse, which was amazing in its own right. It was so cool to see all these decades of Disney characters together in a show just hanging out at Mickey's Rockin' Club. But they stopped airing it on Disney Channel and moved it to Toon Disney, which I didn't have as a child because my parents were too cheap to pay for the extended TV cable plan, even though I asked for it because I really wanted to watch Toon. I'm kidding. That was a joke. I apologize, mother and father, for any rude things I said. But now, cartoon crossovers are far less frequent. I mean, Phineas and Ferb hung out with the Avengers once. Neat. Milo Murphy's Law wasn't doing so hot in the ratings, so Disney was like, hey, put Phineas and Ferb in an episode. Do it, just do it. Do it. Yes, money. Steven Universe had an episode with Uncle Grandpa in it that everybody loved. Yep, everyone loved it. Everyone was super cool into it. Yeah, it was great. Just great. And now Jude from 16 is in the new Total Drama Island cartoon? And they're all babies? What? So, in general, cartoon crossovers are far less frequent now. And I'm not going to pretend like I have the answer, but I do have a couple theories. First off, cartoons are a lot more story-driven now. Shows are less frequently episodic, and as such, it becomes a lot harder to have just a goofy fun episode where Finn and Mordecai just bond over a couple brewskis, you know? Another aspect is certainly the rise of streaming and how that affects just about every aspect of the entertainment industry. If kids are streaming shows, it may be that they are less likely to know a character from another show, since they don't have that annoying little logo in the corner shouting, "Hey! Hey kid! Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is on after this! It'd be pretty cool if you could check it out! Okay, bye!" Not to mention, there's the legal issue with our cartoons now just being a lot more spread out between not only different networks, but also different streaming services. So even if the creators of some shows are buddy-buddy, there might be some legal troubles preventing their crossover dream from becoming a reality. Streaming also affects the lack of these cute crossover shorts we had before commercials. Because if people are streaming, they're not watching the commercials or these shorts. Another issue is that there's just a smaller amount of cartoons to pull from. Nickelodeon has way fewer cartoons now since they rely so heavily on SpongeBob and the Loud House. And Cartoon Network used to use the classic Hanna-Barbera characters in a lot of their materials and crossover stuff, but have moved all those characters to the Boomerang Network, so it just feels like they have less to work with. So, cartoon crossovers are increasingly more difficult to do, but that doesn't mean all is lost. OKKO has really been pulling its weight to make up for the lack of crossovers as of late. First, they made a crossover episode with Captain Planet, which, yes, please, absolutely yes, we need all the Captain Planet in our lives that we can possibly get. Yes, please, more of that. But they also did an awesome crossover episode with 3 of the biggest shows on Cartoon Network, Ben 10, Steven Universe, and Teen Titans Go, which is already a great crossover in itself, but then Ben Tennyson went and did this. Man, if you don't get a rush of nostalgia after watching that, then I guess you're not a 90s kid. Time for me to kickflip out of here and drink me a can of Surge. Thank you so much for watching my video. It really means a lot. And tell me, what are some of your favorite cartoon crossovers? Did I miss yours? Let me know. If you like this video, please give it a like and then subscribe if you want to see more of this, because hopefully more will be coming soon. Okay, catch you on the flip side.